Stephen, end of an era with David Warner now, who takes over from him. We'll find out soon.
Many discussions in pubs tonight. Lots and lots.
All over the country.
Good on you, Ben. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Happy days.
Treating hearing loss could help you live longer, according to a study out of California. Researchers have found that people who wear hearing aids have a 24% lower risk of mortality than those suffering from hearing loss who used no devices at all. In a separate study, Danish researchers found wearing hearing aids could help prevent older people from developing dementia. Still to come, Queensland is on alert as mosquito populations boom. The urgent health advice to protect against harmful viruses.
Right now it's 24 degrees here at Southbank. A few showers tomorrow, maybe some sunshine too. The weather forecast is coming up next.
It's that time of the year when there's a familiar buzz in the air. Mosquitoes are thriving in the steamy conditions, creating a heightened risk for the spread of potentially harmful viruses. It's prompted a new warning to protect ourselves.
Persistent, wet and warm weather. Perfect conditions for pesky mosquitoes to thrive in. An environment that also sees a heightened risk of an outbreak of diseases such as Ross River virus and the dreaded Japanese encephalitis.
It doesn't matter where you are, if you get bitten by a mosquito, that mosquito could be carrying one of these diseases. And some of those diseases are potentially fatal.
Health authorities warning the community to keep an eye out for symptoms.
Fever and chills perhaps to start with, but then getting a very severe headache and then going on to confusion and sometimes seizures and then maybe even unconsciousness if it's very severe.
Those in high-risk areas are eligible for a free vaccine to protect against the infection. But as we spend more time outdoors this summer, prevention is always better than cure. To protect yourself from mozzies, experts say wear loose-fitting, long-sleeved, light-coloured clothing, use insect repellent, limit outdoor activities between dusk and dawn, and clear breeding sites for mosquitoes around your home. Zoe Martin, 7 News.
A full weather wrap now with Laura. And Laura, it was a bit blustery out there today.
Yeah, it sure was, Steve, and it still is now. It's quite cool, the breeze here at Southbank, and despite the grey clouds overhead, lots of people are out and about enjoying themselves. Tomorrow we can't completely rule out another shower, but it should be less than we saw today. The wet weather and thick cloud had a cooling effect across the southeast. Temperatures were slightly below average. Wasn't it nice this morning? Brisbane only got to 27 degrees, the Gold Coast the coolest spot on 25. Onto the satellite picture, onshore flow is coming from a high in the Tasman, while a trough in Western Queensland is triggering shower and storm activity. That will see an extensive storm risk through the state's west tomorrow. And as that trough moves east, it will bring showers and potentially some storms to our coast early next week. That trough is also linking with a low pressure system in southern Australia, leading to rain and storms, particularly in Victoria. Back home, showers are forecast across the north. The potential for a storm for Mount Isa, 35 the top there. A medium chance of showers down the rest of the coast, and there's a widespread risk of a storm which could be severe across the southwest. Hervey Bay, 23 to 30. In the southeast, a nuisance shower can't be ruled out. Something light and possibly in the afternoon with building cloud. Like we saw today, the northern suburbs and the Sunshine Coast have a greater chance of seeing heavier falls. Checking the suburbs, partly cloudy in Redcliffe, a top of 29. The slim chance of an early shower in Kenmore and 29. Winds will ease back slightly in the bay tomorrow, but with southeasterlies up to 20 knots, smaller vessels might still give it a miss. This is how Sunday in the city is shaping up. A little cooler than average, a top of 29 with a possible light shower. Monday showers become more likely, and from Tuesday, rising instability means there's the chance we could see a storm as well. In the west, a shower or two and a top of 31 to start the working week. The chance of a shower increases from Monday on the Gold Coast, and much of the week is looking soggy. The Sunshine Coast has the greatest chance of seeing some falls tomorrow, lasting through the week. If you're planning a trip to the beach tomorrow, here's a look at conditions. The southeasterly winds made a mess of the surf along the open beaches on the Gold Coast. Combined with persistent showers which plagued the coast, it was not a good-looking day on the sand. The beaches are all back open after earlier concerns about runoff from the New Year's Eve storms. Tomorrow we'll see conditions start to ease and the southern point breaks like Burleigh and Snapper Rocks will be busy but worth the effort. The swell is decreasing. From mid-morning on the outgoing tide should offer the best of the conditions. On the Sunshine Coast, try Noosa National Park, Alexandra Headland. The pick of the spots will be Mooloolaba. Small tides to be aware of for boaties. Probably best to stay inshore tomorrow unless you have the right gear and skill to venture out. Plenty of jewfish in the creek entrances too. How's this from young Joshua Sharkey on the Gold Coast? It will still be quite gusty tomorrow and that means it will be cool, so certainly enjoy that while we can, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely, Laura. Thank you for that. And that's all from us for this Saturday. Thank you for your company. We'll have updates throughout the evening. I'm Steve Titmus from all the team. Stay safe and good night.